ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about this just insane, amazing episode from Mushoku Tensei, just showing how good this series is. Especially this episode just blew it out of the water. Honestly, after this reunion and completely shattering Rudy's world, reaching up to this point, and just everything just came crashing down onto him. The cruel reality with everything that happened. We've had some amazing scenes. The beginning of the episode just starting slowly, and then right about in the middle, just that gut punch with the reunion. This series just slowly getting there might be my favorite, or just amazing. Honestly, I just want more. So let's get into it and talk about this episode, because I know I'm praising it so much. Now, right at the beginning of the episode, we have the squad, so to say, just walking in there like a boss. Some nice moments showing their journey in reaching Milis and reaching that capital. Also Milishon, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. It just looked so good. So many still frames from this episode just can be used as a wallpaper, especially one of them with that scenery. Oof, so good. Now we have Geese splitting up from them. Hopefully we're gonna see him again. I kind of liked him, especially last episode with with his shenanigans and everything. Ares wanted to learn some cooking from him, kind of looking shy at Rudy. This episode, there's so many cute Ares moments, especially the last scene, and I'll get to that. But that city, just I was speechless so many times looking at the sceneries, everything. Also felt like it looked very Gondor-like in a way. Also had so many architectural styles with the buildings, the surrounding, everything over there. So good. I can't give it can give it enough praises, so to say. But yeah, the first part of the episode is just a showcase from Studio Bind, how much work and love they're putting into this studio, and how beautiful the world is, and how much attention to details this story has. Now, after those moments, we have the strategy meeting for them over here, and the clapping. I was laughing so much at that, just starting the meeting. And it's been a year since their teleportation. Now they have to decide what to do moving forward. They still need money. Rudy wants to stay in Milis a bit to get a job, plan out their future and so on, what they're gonna do next. They're gonna need money for the next boat. Ares is not really excited for going on a boat again. He has this master plan of improving Ruijerd, or the superb reputation. Kind of started selling toys in a way, making his Ruijerd figurine, wants to mass produce it. Is it gonna work? I don't know, but Rudy being an entrepreneur, so to say, the new Hasbro in Mushoku Tensei. But yeah, slowly this episode just building it up over there, and they decide to have 1 day break, just chilling, everybody doing whatever they want. He wants to write a letter to everyone, letting them know he's safe. He hasn't really done that so far, and that's gonna come back into this episode. Ares wants to go goblin slaying, and I liked how Rudy instantly imagined one episode from Goblin Slayer with Ares over there. But the thing that made me laugh the most in that scene was his awkward, weird winking, or whatever he was trying to do to signal Ruijerd to keep Ares safe. He needs to work on his winking game a lot. That that was not winking, Rudy. I don't know what you were trying to do there. Now, while he was trying to write his letter, he couldn't really think of the proper words to do it. But he sees another kidnapping. Apparently, there's a lot of them happening in the town, and in this case, it was a kid, and he has the dead end rules: never abandon a child. Absolutely never, so he has to get involved. And this is from the point from where everything just get very complicated quite a lot, especially for Rudy. And again, we still have very Rudy moments, because while he followed the kidnappers, he kind of was hiding in a crate and starts fidgeting his hand in there, and lo and behold, what do you think he finds? A pair of panties, because why not? And we have from this moment on the new Justice superhero Panties Man rises up, an episode of Shimoneta, and he gives himself the name Ruijerd. I don't think this was the reputation that Ruijerd wanted to have, but hey, at least it's better than a killing machine. Not much, but still different. Not better, let's call it that. Now, slowly and slowly you start seeing there's something more happening, especially Rudy mentioning that he knows that kid, or he at least seems familiar. This is where we have probably the best boob animations and fighting, because I don't think he was really fighting, he was just doing his best to stay in that position to be able to look at the boobs in perv Rudy fashion, so to say. Gotta say that woman that came out in the skimpy outfit that he was fighting, I had that flashback of RPG games with the armor that women get in most games. Everybody else was covered in full clothes, so to say, and she was just basically naked over there. Yeah, understandable. Sure. She's gonna get so much protection with that armor. Even starts slurping the panties over there, and of course the panty were belonging to that woman. She even called him enemy of women. But yeah, Rudy fashion, so to say. A pervert is always gonna be a pervert. But this is where it gets more serious, because we have the captain coming in. And at first I thought, would this guy be one of the 7 powers that was alluded at the end of last episode, and with Rudy just had to say it. We know it's gonna come at some point. And we see him in this drunken style. That's what I assumed he was gonna be, some drunken style fighter in a way. Gonna assume you guys know the style from so many pieces of media. But no, we have him fighting with Rudy, and mentioning that this jackass, as in Rudy, is fighting in the same way as him. So he knows him, or at least he knows somebody familiar. While they were clashing, Rudy was actually holding his own, more than holding his own, using the eyes, magic, making the ground melt, trapping that fighter. I'm not gonna mention his name yet. But in the final clash, we have the panties being cut off, and the realization, the bombshell, the twist. It's freaking Paul, his father, quickly realizing Rudy was like, wait, are they finally reuniting in this place after everything that has been happening? And Paul, looking like, I can't even place it into words, like a bummer, drunkard, everything just felt like he was carrying the weight of the world on his shoulder, just completely run down, basically destroyed. The shadow of his former self, looking so bad, but he was still able to fight quite good. This is from probably the most powerful scenes we've had in the series so far. Just amazing dialogue, and both of them were having very good points. Paul was very mad. Didn't you see my message I left at the adventure halls? And slowly you see how Rudy's world starts shattering, crumbling down, everything. They have a bit of a moment at the beginning with Rudy telling him his journey, but in Rudy fashion, probably embellishing it quite a bit, or he made it sound a lot more fun that it was with everything that has he's been through. And Paul didn't take it quite good, to say the least. He actually took it like Rudy was playing around, and in a way he has a point there. Rudy's journey has been very hard, there's no denying that, but he kind of acclimated to it quite a lot. He didn't have it as hard as probably as others have had it, that is revealed in this episode. And the question that broke him probably was this: why didn't you try to learn about the other victims of the disaster? And his answer just: you have to feel for both of them. I didn't think about it. I had a lot of stuff on my plate. Yeah, that's very true, but you gotta take Paul's side in this case also. It's a very good question, but it's also very hard for Rudy to take care of everything, so to say. And they start going at each other's throats, just back and forth, and I like that dialogue so much. Probably one of the most powerful scenes, like I said, I've seen in a lot of series, and especially in Mushoku Tensei, blaming each other, and Rudy starts firing back, so to say, telling him, what's up with this woman, the skimpy outfit woman we had, part of his gang, for lack of a better term to call them. Does mom know about this? Ilya, does she know about this? Those were good questions, but Rudy was lacking critical information. So to say, Paul actually punches him. We have Rudy fighting back, slamming him. They get into it quite a lot, and Rudy kind of won that fight. But Paul, I don't know if Paul was really fighting seriously there, but definitely Rudy has improved. And this is where it gets even more complicated, because we have this girl running in. I kind of had my suspicion it's gonna be Norn, because it was Norn, but she was a bit more grown up than the way Rudy was remembering her as a kid, and just pushes him off of Paul, telling him, stop bullying my father. That one hurt. That one definitely hurt. I don't know what relationship they're gonna have moving forward, Rudy and Norn. This is not a good first impression, so to say, because I don't really think Norn fully remembers Rudy. That's gonna be interesting when they finally have a face-to-face conversation, the both of them. And this is where Rudy just is broken down, honestly. This one was the finishing blow, so to say the least, because Paul tells him everyone in the village was teleported. You're just spending time running around, having adventures, protecting Ares. Didn't want somebody else to get involved with her. Just hitting him where it hurts. And he has a point, but doesn't mean Paul is right or Rudy is right. Both of them is it's not black and white for both of them. Can't really say yes, he's completely right, or yes, he's completely wrong. For it applies for both of them. And you find out why the kidnapping has been handling. And I liked how Rudy's first thought was Sylphie also was kidnapped. He didn't think of his mother and so on, and Paul kind of hit him for that point also. So it's very messy, complicated, dark, and hurts a lot for both of them. And it explains why Paul is in the state that he is. More than explains it. But yeah, things are all over the place. Everything is messy. So far it's been dangerous, true, but it hasn't been this emotional and gut-wrenching, so to say, especially for Rudy. We find out that some of the people that have been teleported have been enslaved, and this is why I said not everybody had it as easy as Rudy had it with his bodyguard, as Paul put it. Also, the kid that he was trying to save from the kidnappers earlier in the episode was the one that was bullying Sylphie back in the day. We still have no idea where all of the others are, his mother, everybody else. But yeah, and he started kind of having some flashbacks from his previous life, getting the same looks that he got back in his original life from the people here, kind of blaming him for not doing much. And Paul, I gotta, I don't know, fault him for this. He put too much pressure and expectations from on Rudy, my bad, because he assumed that Rudy was gonna do something about it, or he knew he wanted to solve everything, all of them. It's like I said, it's complete mess. But yeah, you can't really put that much responsibility on Rudy, even though he fucked up in a way that he didn't look around for other people that were teleported. But so messy, which is makes this scene so much more powerful. Like I said, black and not black and white. And even more after that scene, we have him going a bit into denial. Yeah, we're gonna make up. Not the first time we fought. He's still my father, but slowly starts hitting him, and he even starts throwing up. But yeah, this scene just blew me away. This episode was just insane, honestly. Not action, but emotional action, which sometimes is much better than just having flashy things going boom on the screen. And in this last scene also, we have Ares and Roger just walking on him, being completely broken down. Ares instantly went into attacking mode after they found out that his father is in town. She just wanted to go after Paul. And I liked Roger telling her, hey, no, that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to comfort him, and her reaction was just priceless. Wait, no. Poor Aris. But she actually does it slowly in her own way, pacing all over the place, blushing, not knowing what to do or how to do it. But slowly she starts actually, I'm here for you, it's gonna be okay, hugs him while trembling. That was very hard for Aris because she doesn't have experience with this type of situations, and she's probably gonna need it because we know what happened with her grandfather and everything. That's gonna come in hitting her like a wave also for her, but that's probably into the future. I gotta say she did very good towards the end of this episode. The relationship between the characters was awesome this episode. We have a new toy line coming in with Rugerd, and the scene between Paul and Rudy, just greatness, honestly. I don't know what else to call it. That part of the episode was just so good. Hopefully we're gonna have this full series being adapted, because if it keeps going like this, it's just amazing. I know I keep praising it, but it deserves it, especially for that scene, the world building, the characters, how much work the studio is putting into this series, from the creator also creating this amazing work of art. Honestly, I just want more. Now I'm curious what you guys thought about the episode, especially between the conversation between Rudy and Paul. Do you land on a side? Which one do you think was right? Is it hard also for you to pick a side? Are you seeing it black and white, seeing the nuances of it? I'm so curious what you guys think about that conversation, and where do you land on your thoughts about it. Please let me know down in the comments below. This is the episode I'd like to talk about the most, honestly, so I'm curious about your guys' opinion, especially about that conversation. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Mushoku. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.